description here. So this is Josh Abrams, Without Me. It's a work in progress. So he said, thank you for taking the time to listen to my song. I really appreciate it. We appreciate the submission, Doug. This song was about a time when I was younger, insecure, in a so good relationship, as are a lot of my songs. Facts. The lyrics are somewhat cheesy, but hopefully charming and innocent. I wrote them that way to reflect on the way I used to feel. That level of desperateness came from immaturity, and as such, the lyrics are also a little immature. Hey, but we haven't even listened to it yet. Hold on. Still, I think the song will resonate with a lot of people because despite how artificial the introduction sounds, the chorus, hopefully, raw, filled with electric guitars and acoustic drums, though of course they do have tons of filters and reverb because that stuff is fun and sounds cool. Anyway, I hope you enjoy the song and please excuse the bad mixing job. I just sent it off to be mixed and mastered, but I still wanted to get some feedback while there is time to change things. I see. Okay, so, I mean, thanks for giving us the context of mixing and mastering because, you know, we'll probably zone in on that because that's a lot of what we do. But yeah, we'll be looking at more so arrangement stuff that you can apply. But yeah, Box, are you ready?
Yep.
This is Without Me. 3, 2, 1. A booming bass.
I don't wanna be right at all, right at all. I just wanna catch you when you fall, if you fall. Won't waste any time at all. I give you my Tylenol, some rubbing alcohol. You are my everything. I promise you're my one true love, the only one who gives me hugs. Oh, I'll give you anything, even a ring. Please don't leave me. You're all I need. What's killing me is you can't see how great you'll be without me. So far behind, there's so many things that I need to do. You know that I'd rather spend my time with you, my life with you. I wonder if I'm gone, what would you do if I'm gone? When I'm gone, I don't wanna leave you scarred. Just keep me in your heart. Please don't leave me. You're all I need. What's killing me is you can't see how great you'll be without me. I know I'll never be everything you need, but I'm trying. Just know you'll always mean the world to me, so don't leave me.
Change up.
One day you'll surely be walking down the street, so happy.
Oh, Jordan.
Yeah.
Can you mute your mic real quick?
Yeah.
There you go. Wait, is there more?
No, I think there's some silence at the end.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, is there more?
No, I think he probably. I do this all the time too. And I'll like export a track, and then there's like some little bit like 4 minutes in that I forgot to delete, and yeah.
Okay.
Actually, fun fact: one of my songs on Spotify accidentally has like a minute and a half of silence at the end. If you want to go look for that, I'm not telling you which one it is.
Which one is that? Jordan, did your mic seem like it got really loud all of a sudden? Did you change anything?
Oh, really?
Yeah. Just heads up.
Turn it down. Is that better?
Maybe a little bit more.
How's that?
Yeah, that sounds good. It might be on my end. Okay, yeah. First thing of feedback is don't leave the silence on the end there. I mean, the first thing. So I was I was listening about or I was looking at the track like little progress bar, and then I saw that there's a lot to go, and I was like, oh man, this song could have ended now. But yeah, it did. It was just the misleading time. Okay, but that was Without Me by Josh Abrams. Thank you very much for submitting, and we'll kick it off the box out for the first thing, Vibes. What do you think?
Vibes? I'm going to give a yellow on the Vibes. I could see what you're trying to go for, like kind of a breakup song, like a longing ballad. Mm-hmm. I could see it there. I could see an idea forming, and like I can tell what you had in your head, and you kind of did your best to put it into a song. Yeah. And I really appreciate that. I think, some of the instrumentation could have helped the vibe a little bit if you like change some of the instruments, use different effects. Maybe it sounded like a lot of stock plugins, which there's nothing wrong with that. You can make a banger with some stock plugins. Yeah. But it didn't sound like there was much like added or changed about them, which is fine if you're like a work in progress as well. So yeah, I'm gonna give a solid yellow on the Vibes.
Yeah. With the Vibes. Yeah, I think the vibes are there. It's definitely a love break or a heartbreak kind of thing. With the instrumentation that you're going for, it's very, very dramatic. And I think that could be done well if it's arranged correctly. But in this case, I think there might have been, there's like a soft beginning and it builds up to like this huge chorus, right? And it happens kind of twice. So like the second time that it happened, I wasn't really as moved as I was in the first. So, I think... this is Vibes. I think this would be yellow. It's a little... I guess in terms of vibe speaking, the content, it's like, it's a heartbreaking song, and I think it might just be a little too dramatic for my taste. But that's the vibe, so that's yellow. What do you think about content? It kind of leaks over there, too.
Yeah, content... lyrics are well done. I think you did a good job with the lyrics.
I thought the vocal performance was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, really good vocals. Maybe if you had like a little bit of like pitch editing in there, you can make it sound a little bit cleaner. Maybe a couple more vocal tracks in the background, like some harmonies or some background vocals would have helped it. Yeah. But really solid vocal performance. Instrumentation could have been a little better. I like the synths you chose. I really like... actually, the second half with the strings, I thought that was very, very well laid out. I really like that a lot. The beginning, some of the instruments sounded like they could have been edited differently. Maybe to sound a little bit wider, a little bit bigger. So I'm going to give a yellow for the content, mostly because I think the first half was a little lacking. The second half I really liked a lot, though.
Yeah, I mean, you said stock plugins before. That's exactly what I heard. Like, the very first thing that I hear is like the kick drum, which sounds like pretty decent as a stock, but I could tell it was a stock, and then like a rim shot hit, and I knew that was stock. And, that can work for a kind of sound that you're going for, but I don't know, with the style that you're giving me here, especially with the violins at the end, it seems to call for more of like an organic sample. So I'd like to hear... maybe just a better drum sample, and I might be nitpicking because I'm a drummer. That's kind of what I gravitate towards. The strings... Yeah, you didn't know I was a drummer, bro? What? I used to drum Fuck off, bro. I don't have a drum head. Okay, it's tough. There's a weird echo from your mic, Chris. Thank you, Indiegoger. I don't know why that's the case. Hopefully that fixes it. Thanks for keeping me up, Indiegoger. Oh yeah, what are we on? This is content. What is it? So actually, some of the synths in the beginning, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I put some notes down here. So there's a specifically like a synth that goes like, and it's kind of hanging around in my left ear, and it's pretty loud. It's like on par with the vocal. I think maybe some stereo work to kind of put it to the sides and like just out of the way of the vocal, I think would be better. It's a little bit harsh too. So maybe in terms of EQ, you can go in there and kind of find the, so go in there, set your Q to be, I don't know if it's really high or really low, but you want to get like a very narrow spot of within the EQ and just kind of look for the really harsh sounding frequencies and duck them a little bit because it was kind of grating on my ear after listening it for a while. And I'm kind of going in like hard on this because I think the overall song and the vocal delivery is really good. I want to be able to tell you this, my 2 cents, while you have a chance to change this stuff. Let's see. The drums, I would give new samples. The guitar sounds pretty good. It might seem a little crowded in the mid range. There's a lot of mid range going on in the chorus, especially. It just sounds kind of like a sound wall, like a sonic wall, which might not be too bad, depending on taste, I guess. But that's just what I heard. Let's see. It also, that little synth seemed a little bit maybe behind the beat. It was just out of rhythm with kind of everything else, and really it just drove my attention to more than that. It was also kind of a slidey synth, so there's a lot of dissonance that happened, and it just kind of like made me think twice, you know. Let's see. Arrangement, like I said, I think the build-up and the chorus, the build-up works and the chorus hits really hard, and I think that's awesome. It just seems to be a little bit predictable times around. Really, I think you could have like a little like that build up, the chorus, and then the ending part, which I think with Box Set as well, it was my favorite part of the song. Have that happen sooner. So that's my 2 cents on that. And then the last thing, I thought the violins also sound a little bit stock, so I would try to, if you can, invest in some plugins. I wrote down one specifically called DSK. I know they make saxophone plugins, and I think they make a strings plugins too, but very high quality, and I'm pretty sure that they're free. So go ahead and take a look at that. But that's for content, I guess. So for me, I would probably venture to say this is an orange in between yellow and red there, because if I was producing this, I would redo a lot of stuff. All right, so production, what do you think? This is just a reminder. He said that he sent it off to mix and master. But yeah, what do you think, Boxset?
Yeah, I think in terms of production, it's hard to really judge because he did say he's sending this off to be mixed and mastered. Mm-hmm. In its current state, I would say red. I mean, it's just...
It makes sense.
Nothing sounds bad. Nothing sounds bad. Nothing's really grating on the ear. It's like, it's very listenable. I mean, I enjoyed the song for the most part. It's just the instrumentation choice, again, like some of the volumes need to be adjusted. Some frequencies need to be taken out. Like you said, it's going to be mixed and mastered. So maybe when it comes out, it'll sound very well produced. But right. Like what you gave us here to listen to, I would say is a red in terms of production. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, no, it's fine. It's. I think it makes a lot of sense because he said it wasn't mix and master, yeah. or he tried it and he said it was poor. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, I've heard worse mixes, and it just needs work. So I would say red and yellow, and you kind of knew that already, right? So that's the kind of our in-depth feedback. And yeah, we can go into the track total. What do you think, Box Out?
I would give this a develop. I think you've got something there. It's just you got to maybe go back to the drawing board a little bit. Maybe watch a couple YouTube videos on production and instrument choice, especially for like love ballads, which it seems like this is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say this is a yellow on that.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's also a yellow. I know I kind of like went in on vibes. I do want to clarify though. I think that the vocal performance, that was probably my favorite part. Like I think that you could sing well, and in terms of songwriting, it seems pretty good too. Um, Definitely on par with some of the stuff that I listen to with the heartbreak stuff. So there's definitely a market for it. There's potential here, and we definitely want to hear this again once you mix it. But yeah, there's just a lot of work that I would do personally on the instrumentation. So to sum it up, just try to get more kind of real sounding drums. Um, that's just kind of like choosing a sample that sounds a little bit more, or I guess less stock. And then some arrangement tips that I talked about. So yeah, I think it's a develop for me, but really enjoyed listening to it. Thank you for submitting. And hey, man, once you get the mix again, if you do another version, like we'd love to hear it. Like we'd love to hear the difference. So thank you for submitting. Any last words, Box Out?
No,
Before we
just
go to the next one?
keep making songs, man. Don't give up. Don't be discouraged if you make something that's not as good as you wanted it to be. I know both Kurikan and I have been there
Yeah,
before many times.
always, every time,
And
every
it
time.
sounds like, yeah, it sounds like you're starting out and you're starting to explore this kind of music, and that's great. Just keep learning. Don't stop learning things.
Yeah, and also whoever you're sending it off to mix and master, um, like ask them, like I hope that they're listening too. I don't know if they are, but ask them for some pointers, see what they think, and just try to learn as much as you can. Because if they're like a professional, that they know what they're doing. But yeah,